welcome back from the breaks. That was Blue with All Rise. Now, guys, that was a top 5 hit 10 years ago.
Yes.
Where's the time gone?
I know, it's gone mad, isn't it?
Oh, God.
The 21st.
We look all young and fresh.
You still look like it was yesterday.
You liar! You liar!
See what I mean?
It's true.
You're telling me I look...
You all look fresh,
She said that.
You saying
She
that I
said
feel
that, then she
17
laughed.
years old?
She said that, then she laughed.
Now, guys, were you going to reform because of Eurovision, or was it always on the cards?
No, it was always on the cards.
Yeah.
I mean, I think since 2009, when we was asked to do the Capital Help a London Child, which is one of our favourite charities, and when we headlined that gig at the Emirates, and the response that we got and was immense, and you know the way the press ran with it as well, saying that we were reforming, it kind of put a little bit of a dampener on it for us, because that wasn't our comeback. Our comeback was always going to be on our 10th year anniversary, because we all had contracts to outsee. So, but now it's come around, it's our 10 year anniversary, and we've been asked to do Eurovision, and actually Eurovision is actually a week, 10 years from when we released our first single.
To the month.
To the month.
Yeah.
It was meant to be,
So
guys.
it feels like that.
Yeah.
So as Simon Webb once sung, it's coming around again.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
You just remembered.
I did that.
I did that one.
So no worries. Number 1 in Germany, by the way.
And guys, how do you feel the pop world has changed since you first started
So
out?
much. It's
I
changed
think
so
it's changed
much.
for the better.
Yeah?
But
Yeah, it has.
It's
It
so
has.
different.
It's changed for the better.
I do miss Woolworths and all the physical sales.
I'm talking about the kids that are charting now, like your Tiny Tempers and your Chipmunks, and because I mean I've seen them kids come up, you know, when radio and the press and when people used to say there would never be a grime or a rap industry here, and those kids just stuck at it, and their actual fan. I mean, N-Dubs were probably the first people to do it.
Yeah.
You know, they burst down the doors and you know everyone in the industry went, where did these boys come from? And it's like, how are they selling? You know,
Dappy's one of my favourite
the
rappers.
groundwork, and that's why.
They're really hard workers, yeah. Now look what's happening.
Dappy's amazing, like rapper. He's charismatic in the way he flows and just
I
the
love
way he
Talisa. I love her
performs.
voice, man.
Well, listen, you've heard it here first. Look out for Lyrican, right? It's
Yeah,
big.
Lyrican's dope.
He's the next one to
He's
come
the best.
through.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Cool. Now, guys, you also had great solo careers of your own, so we're going to talk about those highlights right now. First and foremost, Anthony and Duncan, you guys had huge success in the West End.
Yeah.
Anthony, Blood Brothers, and you with Chicago and Legally Gone.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
It was amazing. It's, I mean, acting was always my passion, and to be able to go out there every day, week in, week out, being someone else, performing in a Scouse accent, getting standing ovations every night, it sort of buzzed you up, do you know what I mean? And it made me the person I am today, because obviously doing the band first time around was amazing. You know, I was 18 years old, 19, so I didn't have no life, do you know what I mean? It was amazing. But then when you come out of that and you go in to do a show and you're working, you know, every night, you know, and your voice has got to be on it, your acting's got to be on it, you're getting notes from director, it does buzz you up, it makes you into the person I am. I mean, I certainly loved what I did, and I'll never ever regret what I did, and hopefully, you know, in years and years and years and years to come, I'd like to go back, you know, it'd be nice to go back into it.
Perfect. And Duncan?
Yeah, same for me. I mean, I was lucky to grow up doing a lot of theatre from a kid, from a little boy, so I was always in that stage, and then Blue obviously gave me the opportunity to then take what I used to love as a kid and make it a reality by going into the West End. And for me, opening Legally Blonde was just incredible. I got to work with some fantastic people like Sheridan Smith, who was just, she is probably one of the best English actresses we've got in this country, and now she's become a great an actor. She's become one of my best mates, and she's a great girl and a great woman, and I had an opportunity to work with her every night, and we just had the best time. And the show, everybody said, oh, it's going to flop, it's rubbish, and it went out to prove, and it's still running, and it's won all the awards, and it's one of the best shows now in London. And I think with us now doing Eurovision, a lot of people saying, oh, you're never going to do it, UK never going to do it. It gives us the determination to go out there even more and just want to prove people wrong and
Totally.
go, we can do this, we can really do this.
Yeah.
but we need you guys to get behind us and support it. And you know, if you do that to us, then we're going to go out there and do you proud. Definitely.
Yeah, the single's out now, so you can download it, and it has an amazing amount of support from press and from TV and fans. But you know, radio hasn't been too fantastic for us, but against all odds, we're still coming through and doing well.
But c'est la vie.
Yeah, c'est la vie, and we just want to say thank you to all you guys out there.
Thank you,
downloading
definitely.
it and
Thank
supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Means a lot to them for sure. Now, Simon, you had a really good solo pop career. You've done really, really well. Were the guys quite gel about how well you
Gel.
did?
You've been watching this place Essex too much.
Were you quite gel? Simon, you did do extremely well with your solo stuff. Did you think it would do as well as it did do?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it did.
No, I didn't actually. I mean, being a solo artist wasn't something that I thought would ever be on the cards.
No.
You know, I always thought it'd be Blue, but when the opportunity came up, I just thought, what kind of album would I want to do? Would it be rock? Would it hip hop? You know, I'm so versatile when it comes to the music side of things. So I kind of went with one of my best influences, which is Bill Withers. I don't know if any Lean on Me and Lovely
classics.
Day. Yeah, so that's the kind of style I went for,
Cool.
and it just kind of connected. And I'm really, really grateful for those people out there that went and supported it.
Perfect. And
Well, I mean,
Lee, of course.
a million albums you shot,
Over
right?
1.2.
Good lad.
Amazing.
Definitely, that's incredible. Lee, you also had a solo career. You came out with your amazing track "Army of Lovers," and then people were sort of saying you were the Robbie Williams of Blue.
I hated that.
And then, you had a change of record label, and it didn't quite work out as well as you wanted it to. So, how did that make you feel?
Do you know what the thing is these days? It was always difficult. I felt like I wanted to make, same with Simon. You know, I wanted to make an album with classic kind of vibes. I wanted to do like an album that had. I was always going on about Donny Hathaway, Michael McDonald, Marvin Gaye, and I just couldn't do that. Even though Army of Lovers was a great track, it really wasn't what I wanted to do, and I think that was what was so difficult about that album. And albums after that, it was like trying to get that kind of stuff across, and it's hard to be a white guy saying, well, I want to sing soul and R&B, but old school R&B, and record labels just don't get that. And I think if I'd ever do it again, you know, I'd probably just do it by myself.
I mean, if you had James Morrison's album, was it
Then
James
you-
Morrison?
Yeah,
that album. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, that's Lee.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like,
Problem you've got-
Lee would have killed that.
The problem we have, you know, you're kind of all at the record companies' kind of hands, if you know what I mean, and what they really say goes because they're the people that put the money. And I think for us coming back now, bringing it back to Blue, we've set up our own record
Totally.
company. We're doing our thing. We're doing it our way. We don't have to
Answer to anyone or
answer
have
to somebody
be
telling us
someone
what
you're
you
not.
know. This is we're doing what we want to do, the kind of music we want to do, and this is what's so exciting now. And we are in control. We're our own bosses, and the fact that we've. I remember Simon said to me a couple of years ago. He said, "That's the way forward. Don't trust me. It's the way forward." And we're all a bit like, "Oh, you need a record
we
company,
need
we
a
need a label."
label.
But you don't these days. You know, look at some of the biggest artists out there now. You know, they're doing it
They've done
themselves.
it on their own. Yeah, they didn't need a big label. So.
Yeah, and like
That's
I said,
why the
we've got-
music industry's changed.
Yeah,
like I said
that's why it's
before.
fantastic, and you know it is about the music. No matter what anyone says, you know all the hype and stuff that surrounds a lot of acts and stuff, and you know we believe that it is about great songs, and you know we've had some great. You know we listen back to our old catalogue of stuff, and you know we've had some amazing songs, but I think it's time for us to step up to a place where we haven't probably gone in the past because of record labels holding us back in a way. So, you know, we've got
Fans to the record label.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're not putting them down. We're just saying it's like there's
politics.
another level of Blue that is gonna come through, and we're really excited for that.
Perfect.
I mean, I like what he just said there as well. I mean, going back to it and you know, back to our first albums and stuff. If you was to play any of that with the music today, we believe that it stands up with it.
Yeah,
and that was made 10 years
certainly,
ago.
definitely.
So, I mean,
Treat Me Like a
now,
Fool was one of my
so now we're like, do you know what? Let's take it another level now
Yeah.
because it's about time. So we can't wait. It's exciting.
Perfect.
I
We're all
had,
excited for you guys to come back for sure.
I had Flyby on the radio the other day, and it was in between. It was in between a Tiny Temper song and an Adele song, and I just thought to myself, it just fitted.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's a
It hasn't
10-year-old
aged.
song,
It's one of those tracks.
It just kind of, they just all flowed into each other. You didn't think, oh god, that sounds really old and dated. It didn't.
Yeah.
It
No.
just sounded
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
and I think that's a
Love
testimony.
still sounds if One Love was released today, it'd still be a #1 hit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great song.
Perfect. Now, guys, it's all about Eurovision right
Yeah.
now, but what happens after? Can we expect an album? Are you staying together
Yeah, no,
as a band?
yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
we're back. You know, we're
You're back for good. This is
when after Eurovision we're going straight into the studio with Red One. The album should be out later part of this year, end of the summer, beginning of autumn.
Great.
So things are looking really, really good for us and up, and we just can't wait to get out there now and do the album. Hopefully, do a tour next year.
Wow, amazing. I actually can't wait. I used to love your classics back in the day, so I do want to hear them again. Did you see me laugh this time, guys?
No, she laughed,
Actually
she laughed that
serious. I did not laugh. Now, guys, as you mentioned, 10 years in the business, which is incredible. We're going to play another one of your songs from the past. You guys get to choose which one it is. So what do you want to play?
Sorry
Sorry
seems
seems
to be
to
the
be
hardest
Yeah?
man. Yeah, Elton John, man. He's like, do you know, honestly, from when I was younger, I used to say to my mum, I distinctly remember going into my mum in the kitchen and saying, Mum, I really want to sing with Elton John one day. And she said, keep praying, son, it'll come true. And I thought, all right, so I went back to my bedroom, I prayed, and I carried on praying, and it did, it came
happened.
true.
A year later, it happened. Didn't it?
Yeah, he does listen. He's an idiot.
So we're going to check out that video right now on Blue. I'm going to carry on and leave them to joke around. Here it is. Sorry seems to be the hardest.